watching Cape Media News. I'm Gabrielle Rawson. I'm here today with Marie Younger Blackburn, who is the CEO and president of Driven, Cape Cod's conference for women, the founder of Conversations That Matter, a community, and also a community advocate for inclusion for people of all abilities, and so much more. Marie, thank you for joining us on the show today.
Thank you for having me, Gabby.
Absolutely. So for people who are unfamiliar with your work, tell us about what you do.
Okay. So Driven, Cape Cod's Conference for Women, our purpose was to bring women together under one roof and provide information so that they can go out and be change makers in their own community. And over the last 6 years or so, we've done just that. For obvious reasons, we don't hold our conference right now because of, the crowds and pandemic, but we continue to offer, business coaching to women and encourage and empower women of all ages to be creating and change making in their own community. Right now it's September and we hold our annual event, Women, Wine, and What's Next, here in my home, in my yard. And the purpose of that is just to, it's a transitional time in September to see what women are up to.
I love that. So that's obviously right around the corner. Talk to me a little bit more about what sorts of things you guys talk about and how you, what sort of tools you actually empower women with as they go out into their community and what sort of issues they're tackling.
Okay, so there's not a day that goes by that women don't contact me, and they're looking for resources. They're looking for ways to start businesses. They're looking for resources for their businesses. They're looking for just to be spurred on, to keep going. Some people have established businesses, and young women alike, they're doing projects in their schools, service projects. That's a lot of what we do, particularly right now when there's so much need. We see a need, and I call on driven women and they fill it. Things like food and clothing drives, backpacks for children back to school. We've donated lots of makeup during the pandemic to make women feel good. So it's just a, continuous process. And I meet women every day.
Yeah, it sounds really hands-on and really kind of grassroots, really community building. Talk to me a little bit about your advocacy for people with differing abilities. I see a lot of times you posting things with the hashtag #IncludeMe. Talk to us about that.
Yes, so I have a son, Chase, and he is now 17 years old. When he was born, you're so busy. I was so busy taking care of his physical needs. And I often wondered what would my role be in terms of, what I could do to have a voice for people with Down syndrome. So he has a Down syndrome. So I use his life and his experiences and hashtag #IncludeMe to inspire people with diverse abilities to know that they could live full and happy and meaningful lives. So Chase's love is music and theater. And we travel and we visit all the theater houses and music houses here in Cape Cod and have become part of that community. And it's just so inspirational, his life. He has touched so many people with his story and his life. And that's our goal.
What sort of responses have you gotten from the community for other parents who are also raising children with diverse abilities?
Yeah, so the responses have been overwhelming. Take last night, for example, we had the storm and it was frightening for kids and people of all ages who have issues of sensory. They can feel the storms and feel those emotions. So last night was very hard. So we put out a message saying it's going to be okay. And we got a lot of responses privately and publicly saying thank you, because they could relate to those experiences. So that's what we try to do. We try to give our experiences, our daily experiences, as true and as honest as we can be, so that people would have hope.
Mm. Well, you certainly are a woman who wears a lot of hats in the community and you get a lot done. Have you ever thought about running for public office?
I have thought about it. I have run campaigns and won for people who have been running for public office. That's where I feel most comfortable and most effective
Mhm.
um, right now.
Awesome. Well, before I let you go, how can people get involved with your work? Either Driven, Cape Cod's Conference for Women, or Conversations That Matter, or even your inclusion campaigns.
Yeah, so I have a voice on social media, Facebook, Instagram, etc. And when I call and I'm talking to you, you know what I mean? People always say when I say come, are you talking to me? Yes, I'm talking to you. So I believe in unity, inclusion, and collaboration. We can get more done together than we can apart. So when I call, answer. When I say come, you're invited. We've had more women of every ethnic background here in my home than you see across Cape Cod, and men. So that's how you can be involved. I'm at drivenwomen@yahoo.com. We our let me see, our webpage is let me see, Cape Cod's Conference for Women.com, Driven, Cape Cod's Conference for Women.com. Yeah. So and I can be found. And when I call for service, answer. When I'm looking for help in partnership, answer. I'm
Mm.
very accessible.
Wonderful, powerful messages. Marie, thank you so much for being on the show today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.